যি নহওক বাৰু লাষ্ট ক্লাছ আমি তোমাৰ এই চাই আছিলোঁ তোমাৰ ঠিক আছে পাৰ্মিশ্যন চাই আছিলোঁ গ্ৰুপ আৰু পাৰ্মিশ্যন অ'কে কেনেকৈ তুমি ইউজাৰ ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিবা ESXi তোমাৰ হোষ্টত গৈ আৰু প্লাছ তোমাৰ কি কৰিবা প্ৰিভিলেজ তুমি গ্ৰুপ এছাইন কৰিবা কৰি তুমি পাছত কি কৰিবা দুটা তুমি পেয়াৰ কৰিবা ঠিক আছে ঠিক একজেক্টলি তোমালোকক মই প্ৰেক্টিকেলি এইটোৱে কৰিব দিছিলোঁ প্ৰেক্টিকেলত যেনে গ্ৰুপটো কৰি আৰু প্ৰিভিলেজটো বনাই এছাইন কৰি চাব দিছিলোঁ ঠিক আছে এতিয়া আমি কি চাম চোৱা তোমাৰ চোৱা যেতিয়া তোমালোকে কাম কৰিবা ভাৰ্চুৱেলাইজ বা ফিজিকেল ডাটা চেণ্টাৰত এটা টাৰ্ম তোমালোকে কমন পাবা দিছ ইজ কল্ড ৱাট দ্য ইনভেণ্টৰী অ'কে so whether it may be the concept of cloud or anything so inventory is a common term so we'll learn about what will be the inventory in case of our virtualized data center form using our VMware tools okay as it is Salome so soon vSphere manage inventory objects ঠিক আছে so inventory হ'ব লাগিলে তোমাৰ you will have to get some objects okay so in case of our normal non cloud infrastructure তুমি কি কি পাবা কোৱা তোমাৰ your printer different PCs okay user accounts okay and all the group policies and all so all these are known as what the objects okay if you collect this type of objects then it became the inventory okay now what is it represent in case of your virtualized data center in vSphere the inventory is a collection of virtual and physical objects on which you can place permission আচ্ছা মই এই লিংকটো মই শ্বেয়াৰ কৰি দিছোঁ ঠিক আছে ইয়াতে যিমানবিলাক লিংক কৰোঁ এই গোটেইবিলাক এক্সামৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট এক্সট্ৰা নোটৰ কোনো দৰকাৰ নাই তোমাৰ চ' অল দ্য কুৱেশ্যন ইউ উইল ফাইণ্ড ফ্ৰম দিছ নোট অনলি অ'কে চ' এইটো তোমাৰ মেইন ডকুমেণ্ট ঠিক আছে VMware vSphere প্ৰডাক্ট ডকুমেণ্টেশ্যন চোৱা ইয়াৰ পৰাই গোটেইখিনি বস্তু কৰাই আছোঁ চ' দিছ লিংক ইজ টু মাছ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ইয়াতে তোমালোকে গোটেইখিনি বস্তু পাই যাবা ঠিক আছে এক্সামত যিমান কুৱেশ্যন আহিব যি আহিব you will find from all these things so please take this as a main note বাকি এক্সট্ৰা তোমাৰ একো বুক বা তোমাৰ এনেকুৱা PDF পঢ়িবলগীয়া নাই ঠিক আছে কিবা থাকিলে মই দি দিম so for your exam purpose as well as for the knowledge purpose and the reference you can go through these links you will find everything there okay so we will be continuing কি পালা কোৱা তোমাৰ কি ক'লে in vSphere বুলি ক'লে বুজি পোৱা so in the vSphere you will find lots of different tools okay the most common one is what the ESXi server and the vCenter server okay so all these two are the common apart from this you will find many lots more different things so this already we have discussed and if you need then you will find somewhere there vSphere concept and features basics physical topology what a vSphere software component will find all in this link okay so this one in vSphere the inventory is a collection of virtual and physical objects okay not the virtual all the time sometime you may get the physical because to get the virtual thing first of all we have to get the physical right now after provisioning the physical we will be getting the virtual right so that's why in the inventory you will find virtual component or the object as well as the physical object on which you can place permissions okay just like this suppose you are attaching one iSCSI disk to the virtualized data center now it's up to you whether you are allowing the user one or the tenant one to access this iSCSI device or not okay this is up to you কি কৰিব কোৱা তোমাৰ you can place permission monitor task and events okay কি কাম কৰি আছে তোমাৰ okay কিমান workload আছে গোটেইখিনি তুমি চাব পৰা next what the events কি event তোমাৰ fire কৰা আছে and set alarm if it process the threshold then automatic alarm will be ringing okay so see this concept is exactly same in all the cloud platform wherever you go for the AWS okay Azure or the OpenStack and the VMware so same task all different cloud what the architecture must have some inventory and by the server, all the tools you can monitor all these things. Okay, if it is crosses the threshold, then set the alarm. In some infrastructure, okay, we have the for the automatic provisioning or spinning of the instances. Okay, suppose elastic cloud model EC2. Okay, how many of you have heard about the term EC2, elastic cloud computing, offered by the compute service offered by the AWS? শুনিছা না তোমালোকে কোৱাচোন EC2?
sir.
শুনিছা ন? So name is what? Elastic cloud computing. Okay, suppose তুমি কি কৰিলা, initially তুমি deploy কৰিলা 1 GB তোমাৰ RAM তুমি system লৈ কাম কৰি আছা. Okay, so when the workload will be increased, okay, automatically tomar using the property of elasticity, the component will be added. Suppose tomar from 11 to 1, this is the peak business hour, right? So 1 GB RAM is not sufficient, so automatically they will what the attach another 4 GB to your machine. Okay, but after 1 p.m this is going to be detached. Okay, and you will be paying for this amount of RAM. Okay, using suppose to be 3 ঘন্টার কারণে use করিলা, so you are paying the money for a 3 hour. Okay, so this is the elastic cloud computing model. So to get all these things, the infrastructure must have some monitoring and the alarming situation. Okay, if the alarm is ringing, then automatically it will send a message to the vendor or the user, as well as it will deploy some extra engines, okay, for the load balancing and all. Okay, so these all can be done if you have a managed inventory. Okay, if you have an unmanaged inventory, so you cannot do all these tasks. You can group most inventory object by using folder, okay, to more easily manage them. Okay, that means it is something like the groups. The similar user are forming the group. Something like this, all the students of what a MC 7 SAM come under the same batch. Why? Because their basic characteristics or the basic needs are similar or the same. Okay, so this is. So in this way also, based on the requirement or the characteristics, we can, okay, we can form the group between the inventory objects. Okay, all inventory objects with the exception of host. Okay, that means excluding host can be renamed and represent their purpose. For example, they can be named after company, department, or location or function. Okay, now we'll see what are the different type of inventory objects are there in case of your VMware cloud. Okay, see this from this page you will getting at least 20 mark, 15 to 20 mark you will get. The first question will be, what is the inventory? Okay, and what are the advantage we're achieving if we have a managed inventory? Okay, so this type of question will be asked from this end. The vCenter server monitors and manages the following inventory objects. Okay, কি হবো কোৱা তোমাৰ? First of all is the data center. So whatever we are learning there, so this is nothing but how to manage the virtual data center. Okay, unlike folder which are used to organize specific object types. Okay, wait, sometimes someone is right. A specific object type, a data center is a aggregation of all the different type of objects, okay, used to work in a virtualized infrastructure. Okay, all the different component which is in a operating mode, what a mode is come under the data center. Okay, within each data center there are 4 separate hierarchies. Okay, কি পাবা? First of all, the virtual machines and the templates. Okay, now how many of you have spin the elastic cloud what a type of compute service in any cloud platform? কোনোবাই কৰিছা নেকি কোৱাচোন? Amazon AWS বা কিবা বেলেগত ক্লাউড হেনেকে কৰিছা নেকি তোমালোকে ইনষ্টেন্ট ডেপ্লয় কৰিছা নেকি কোৱা okay let me check if I find then I'll show you Amazon AWS EC2 so you need to actually account otherwise it cannot show here okay so from where I can show you templates I'll showing okay Amazon EC2 just give me some time তোমালোকৰ ক্লাউড ৱেব সাৰ্ভিসেস বুলি পেপাৰ আছে নেকি বা আছে নেকি ক্লাউড ৱেব সাৰ্ভিসেস
নাই স্যার
নাই পোৱা ন মেবি 9 চেম তোমালোকে পাবা তোমাৰ ঠিক আছে তাতে তোমাৰ দেখাব এইটো তোমাৰ ৰবাচোন মই চাওঁ ঠিক আছে যদি পাওঁ মই দেখাই দিছোঁ এইটো একাউণ্ট ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিব লাগে চ' এই টেমপ্লেটটো কি হৈ চোৱা তোমাৰ যেতিয়া তোমালোকে AWS বা যিকোনো ক্লাউড প্লেটফৰ্মত তুমি কম্পিউট ইনষ্টেণ্ট বা ভাৰ্চুৱেল মেচিন ডেপ্লয় কৰিবলৈ যাবা চ' ইউ উইল গেট দ্য টু ডিফাৰেণ্ট অপশ্যন ঠিক আছে এটা অপশ্যনত তুমি কি পোৱা you are free to choose for any of the hardware component okay suppose তুমি কি কৰিলা কোৱা যেনেকে তুমি নৰ্মেল তুমি যেতিয়া ভাৰ্চুৱেল যিকোনো হাইপাৰভাইজাৰত তুমি যেতিয়া ভাৰ্চুৱেল মেচিন ডেপ্লয় কৰা তুমি নিজে দিয়া suppose 4 GB মোক RAM লাগিব okay 20 GB মোক হাৰ্ড ডিস্ক লাগিব okay I will deploy the suppose Ubuntu operating system there so this is the customized right so apart from this based on the business need cloud provider তাত তোমাৰ কি থাকে তোমাৰ inbuilt তোমাৰ template বনোৱা থাকে okay only you have to click it that means suppose তোমাৰ কেনেকুৱা you are building one with a school management software okay to host the school management software whatever may be the hardware and the software requirement or the operating system is required it is already built inside the what a EC2 dispenser okay so that it can be deployed or a spin within a very small amount of time okay or very stipulated amount of time so this is the template let me see the screenshot if I find the screenshot then I'll show you template in EC2 দেখুৱা নাই এইটো spinning EC2 okay ইয়াত যদি স্ক্ৰীনশ্বট আছে চাওঁ ৰ'বা তো তোমাৰ দেখাব পাৰিম yes I can see from there see these all are the templates okay see T2 T2 nano T2 micro স্ক্ৰীনখন দেখি আছে সবে ন তোমালোকে দেখি আছে নে কোৱাচোন is this screen is visible everyone
yes sir
দেখিছা ন so yeah so this is the template so যেতিয়া তুমি বনাবলৈ যাবা suppose তুমি general purpose লবা free tier okay see যেতিয়া তোমালোকে চোৱা যিকোনো cloud provider তুমি use কৰিবা if it is not the I am not telling about the open stack okay তুমি Azure Google Alibaba Oracle বা তোমাৰ Amazon ঠিক আছে যেতিয়া তুমি তাতে লৈ তুমি cloud instant create কৰিবলৈ যাবা you will get the interface for spinning the instances okay so this is the interface for your AWS EC2 okay dispenser so jetia tumi ahiba so by default you will find lots of different templates which is already defined from the vendor's end. Okay, and there are two type of facility, one is free tier and one is for the paid tier. So in case of your AWS, this general purpose Tito micro, so this is free. Other than this, you will have to pay. So কি কি আছে চোৱা তোমাৰ, suppose your task is not very big, so you can manage your work with a free tier. General purpose, name of this is what T2 micro, virtual CPU কেইটা থাকিব 1, okay, memory is 1 GB, and instance storage is elastic, what a basic storage. Okay, so this one EBS, so this is nothing but what is just like the compute engine, this is the storage. Okay, so this is, so now whenever you come down, suppose you are designing one streaming server. Okay, for a streaming server you need very high end machine, right? So you can go for this one. See, general purpose M4 to extra large. কিমান CPU থাকিব তোমাৰ, there are 8 CPUs. Okay, memory, that means the RAM, how many RAM, 32 GB of RAM along with the EBS storage. Okay, so these all are the what are templates, or in case of this AWS, this is called what the AMI. Okay, Amazon Machine Images. Okay, whenever you go for the OpenStack, you will find similar type of templates. So etu korile ki hobo soa, you no need to go for the creation of your own, just select it and go on. Okay, once you select this one, after that you will go for the selection of your operating system. So gradually will come one after another. So this is what they're telling, this one. Virtual machines and the templates. Okay, so templates means these all are, which is already defined, so these all are the templates. Next one is what the hosts and clusters. Okay, host means what the ESXi. Okay, and the number of instance or the virtual machine you have already spent on top of the host. Okay, it may be one host and with 100 number of virtual machines, so altogether this is a cluster. Next one is the network. So this network is generally what the virtual network, but to connect the virtual network you will have to find the physical network also. By using the floating IP, these two networks are communicating. Okay, so this one, so this is the network. And the data stores, in the data stores you will find these things, EBS. Okay, and you will find the Amazon Glacier. Okay, or any type of iSCSI devices. So all these different things you will find inside the data center. Okay, see, for a layman, whenever you are telling about a data center, you can tell anything. So this is a collection of a server with some high-end capacity, right? But as a student of the virtualization, you will have to tell something like this. So a data center is nothing but a collection of some virtual machines and the templates, hosts and the clusters, networks and the data stores. Okay, so these all are the common question in the examination. So the today's class is very much important. Okay, from this class you will find at least 15 to 20 marks from this page. Okay, after that the data center define the namespace for network and data stores. Okay, that means the working area. The names for these object must be unique within a data center. Okay, and cannot have two data stores with the same name with a single data center. तो होने से क्या होगा बोलो, someone else's data will going to be stored in someone else's storage, but you can have two data stores with the same name in two different data centers. Okay, virtual machines, templates and clusters need not be unique within the data center but must be unique within their folder. Okay, suppose I am giving one name, say PC1 is the favorite for me, so I can definitely give my virtual machine as well the PC1. So this is not something like that. No, means other people apart from me can give the name of the PC1. Okay, so this can be used by anyone with a common name, so this is not unique. Okay, object with the same name in two different data centers are not necessarily the same object. Okay, because of this, moving object between data centers can create, okay, unpredictable result. Okay, so this paragraph is not so much important, only up to this much you can remember. Okay, this is equal. So data center. So anything whether anything is there which you don't understand about data center, this virtual machine, I think you know. Templates you know now. বুঝি পালা নাই কোৱাচোন?
I see, sir.
Okay, then host and clusters. Host is nothing but the ESXi. Okay, in one data center, this is not limited that only one host will be there. So based on your infrastructure, your n number of hosts may be there. Okay, or jiman tomar host thakibo, again on top of this host you can spin or deploy any number of virtual machines. Okay, all together they will form the clusters. Okay, now we'll go for the cluster. A collection of ESXi hosts and associated virtual machines intended to work together as a unit. Okay, কি ক'লে কোৱা তোমাৰ? First of all, the ESXi and all the virtual machine which is deployed on top of the ESXi. Okay, likewise, suppose we have 10 different ESXi, each having 500 number of PCs spin. That means 10 into 500 equal to 5000 PCs or the virtual machine. So these 5000 will form a cluster. Okay, or 10 different or 5 different clusters based on the requirement. When you add a host to a cluster, the host resources became part of the cluster's resource, obviously. Okay, vCenter server manages the resources of all hosts in a cluster as a one unit. Okay, this is important. If you enable VMware EVC EVC on a cluster, you can ensure that migration of vMotion do not fail because of the CPU compatibility errors. Okay, if you enable vSphere DRS on cluster, the resources of the host in the cluster are managed to allow resource balancing for the host in the cluster. So these all are the advanced features or the tools which is there inside your VMware for the balancing. Okay, likewise the vSphere high availability on cluster. Okay, to manage the cluster properly, okay, without malfunctioning or the service quality degradation, you can apply all these different products. Okay, and accordingly this the VMware will search for you. Okay, see, initially whenever you running the data center, it is not sufficient that if you paying for the say vSphere, this is enough. This is not like this. Okay, so extra features you are allowing to here, you will have to pay, or you will find different third-party tools also for this high availability CPU monitoring and all, and the transferring all. You will find different type of third-party vendors. So all together they do the business. Okay, when you come to this field, then you will come to know about these things. Okay, so lots of money you have to pay, then only you can efficiently run your data center business. So this is one aspect, and one aspect is the security. So obviously we'll have to hire some security guys for the security of your system. Okay, next one is what are the two different things we have find. First one is the virtual machines, you understand it. Next one is the host or the clusters, and third one is what data stores a virtual representation of physical storage resources in a data center. Okay, it's called what the data stores. A data store is a storage location for virtual machines file. Okay, in case of this Amazon, this is EBS. Okay, elastic, okay, bucket services. So you will find this. So I will show you one features you will find, uh, EBS in AWS. Sorry, elastic block storage. See, whenever you go for the cloud, there are two different type of storage you will have to consider. Okay, one is the block storage, so which will store all your block related data, just like your images. Okay, your image cannot be formed. And one more the storage is there. So this in this storage you can store your data in a tabular format, just like the name. Okay, name is a collection of first name, second name, and the third name, or the first name, middle name, and the last name. So this is, so those data which cannot be split is called what a block storage. So elastic block storage example is the bucket. Okay, AWS bucket is the example of your elastic block storage. Okay, so bucket in AWS. So this is S3 bucket. Okay, so this is an example of your EBS. Okay, Amazon S3 buckets. Okay, so using the this one, you can go for storing your what a block data in the Amazon cloud. Okay, a data store is the storage location for virtual files, virtual machines files. Okay, in case of AWS, we'll store our data in the AWS bucket. In an on-premise software-defined data center, okay, SDDC, these physical storage resources can come from the local SCSI or the SCSI disk or the ES of the ESXi host. If you are deploying your data center from your own set of hard disk, okay, the fiber channel SanDisk array, the iSCSI SanDisk array or NAS arrays. Okay, so all these different things for both on-premise and the cloud SDDC, the vSAN data stores hide the, okay, IDO synchronize, what does it say? Synchronize of the underlying physical storage and present a uniform model for storage resource required by the virtual machines. Okay, obviously the synchronization must be there, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so this line is not very much important. You can see up to this part. Okay, agar means what, if your infrastructure is hosted from your end, okay, and you are not using anyone else's storage like the Amazon's S3 buckets and all, you can put your own data storage, okay, in the form of your iSCSI device, NAS array, and FCSAN and all these different things. Okay, now the folders allow you to group objects, okay, of the same type, so you can easily manage them. For example, you can use folder to set permission across object, to set alarm across objects, and to organize object in a meaningful way. Okay, so this is, that means the all the similar type of objects now come under one heading. This is called a folder. A folder can contain other folder, okay, or group of objects of the same type, data centers, cluster, and the data storage, network, virtual machines, template, or host. The see one interesting things there. There are some companies which provide the folder services. Okay, so there are some third-party companies which provides the folder services. Okay, they will come to you. Okay, you have a unmanaged data center. Let us manage your data center of our end. Okay, এনেকুৱা business কৰিও কিছুমানে তোমাৰ revenue collect কৰি আছে using this folder services. Okay, data center folder form a hierarchy directly under the root vCenter server and allows user to group their data centers. Within each data center is one hierarchy of the folder. Okay, so this is the folder services. In very simple and short, you can tell. Okay, the similar objects can be grouped in common heading, and this is called what the folders. Okay, and what are the extra benefit you will find from the what a folder? That means the setting of the policies. Okay, that means if you are setting the policy to a folder, that means it is replicated to all different objects. Okay, it will definitely reduce your hard work. Okay, next one is the host, the physical computer on which ESXi is installed. Okay, all virtual machine run on host or the clusters. Okay, this is, that means in the inventory of the vSphere infrastructure, your physical PC is also coming. Okay, next one is the network, a set of virtual interface card or the virtual NICs, distributed switches or vSphere distributed switches and port group or distributed port group that connect virtual machine to each other or to physical network outside the virtual data center. So all together this is a network. Okay, all virtual machines that connect to the same port group belonging to the same network in a virtual environment, even if they are on different physical server. Okay, so if you can if you remember, I have already told you these things. Okay, port grouping. So suppose you are creating one virtual LAN in case of it physical. Okay, what a physical network I'm telling. Whenever you are forming the virtual LAN, so the component of the LAN or the participant of the LAN, all the PCs may not be located in the same switch. Okay, so it may be located either around the building, but using the same identity of the signature, it is communicating via one common channel. Okay, so this, so you see basically the port grouping and the VLAN are almost similar, or you can say exactly similar. Okay, so in port group also we are grouping some port in the switch to form a certain group. In the VLAN also we are do the exactly same thing. Okay, so this is, so in the network, that means from starting from the physical NIC card, okay, all the port, okay, IPs and all different component, okay, up to the virtual machine which is in the reach, including the floating IPs and all come under the same heading called the network. So here each and every component is the object. Okay, next one is the resource pool. Resource pool are used to compartmentalize the CPU and the memory resources of the host cluster. Okay, to manage all these things, again some third-party vendor will come to the picture. Okay, virtual machines run in and draw their resources from resource pool. Okay, some company come to you and tell, sir or madam, please give your data center to me, I will manage your resource pools. Okay, so that without any legitimate delay you can find what are your customers or the tenant enjoy the service. They will manage the resource pools. Okay, you can create multiple resource pool as direct children of the standalone host or cluster and then delegate control over each resource pool to other individuals or the organizations. Okay, so see, you can find your job in all different aspects. Some may go for the cluster management, some may go for the database, some may go for the folder management. Okay, host management, network management. In the network you can see here each and every component needs some specialist person. Okay, port group definitely need the person who know all these things, VLAN creation and all. Okay, you can find your job in the resource pool management also. Okay, you will find some company who deals only in this part, resource pool management. They do these things. Okay, and the templates already we have seen. A template is a primary copy of virtual machine that can be used to create and provision new virtual machines. Okay, already we have seen this in a AWS. Template can have a guest operating system and application software installed. Okay, in case of your AWS, the most common operating system install is your what, the Amazon Linux. Okay, just like you Red Hat Linux, Ubuntu Linux, so Amazon have their own Linux which they have developed, okay, for their PCs. Okay, so you can in most of the templates you will always find the Amazon Linux there or Amazon Basic Linux or something. Okay, you'll find it. Yeah. They can be customized during deployment. Okay, suppose I need this hardware but I don't need this operating system, so you can customize it to ensure that the new virtual machine has a unique name and the network settings. Okay, network setting ये थोड़ा सा difficult होता है. Okay, you have to know many things. Okay, what is say suppose इसमें mainly तुमको जानना पड़ेगा routing. ठीक है, you have to set some routing path for incoming and the outcoming. Okay, and the port, which port to be open and which port to be closed for the security, and the common port numbers HTTP, TCP, SSH, and one more was there. Okay, telnet. Okay, so all these common port number you have to know at least 10 to 20 port number you have to commonly know, then you are go for configuring the network. Okay, and after configuring the network to deploy the machine or to connect the machine, you need these things: public key, private key combination. Okay, key pair. I think you know it, na? Key pair. Yes,
Yes, sir.
key pair. Okay, so all these things you need it. Next one is the virtual machine. Already we have seen these things. A virtualized computer and computer environment in which a guest operating system and associated application software can run. Multiple virtual machine can operate on a same managed host machine concurrently. Okay, which form the cluster later on. Okay, and the virtualized app. So this is the case of your application virtualization. Okay, the good example is your what, the Google Sheet or the Google Docs. Whenever you create one Google Sheet in the Google Drive, that means you are using the application virtualization. Okay, they are hosting their spreadsheet service from the server and we are creating our own instances. Okay, so this is so all these things are the component of your vSphere inventory. Okay, so please expect some good question from this chapter. Okay, so time is already up. They are already signal it. So কোন কোন আছা তোমালোকে এইটো দি দিবা মোক স্ক্ৰীনশ্বট, ঠিক আছে? যিকোনো এজনে মোক স্ক্ৰীনশ্বটটো দি
Okay,
দিবা
sir.
গ্ৰুপত. অ'কে, আচ্ছা এতিয়া
Okay.
কোৱাচোন তোমালোকে সুধিব লগা আছে নেকি ইয়ালৈ?
স্যার সুধিব লগা নাই স্যার স্যার এইখিনি নোটছ খিনি যে স্যাৰ
ন
ক্লাছৰুমত আছে ন
এইটো লিংকটো মই দিলোৱে তোমালোকক
স্যাৰ লিংকটো মই চোৱা মোবাইলত ওকে
লিংকটো মই দিলোৱে ন তোমাৰ এই হেৰিত চাই লোৱা তোমাৰ চেট বক্সত ঠিক আছে মই এইটো হেৰিটো দি দিছোঁ তোমালোকক এই হোৱাটছআপ গ্ৰুপতো দি দিছোঁ
স্যাৰ হোৱাটছএপ গ্ৰুপত দি দিয়ক স্যাৰ মোবাইলত স্যাৰ মানে চেটটো দিগদাৰ হয় খুলিবলৈ আৰু লিংকটো হে কৰিবলৈ
মই এইটো দি দিছোঁ ঠিক আছে
স্যাৰ
চাবা দি ঠিক
স্যাৰ
আছে
কলেজ কেতিয়া খুলিব কিবা নিউজ পাইছে নেকি স্যাৰ
কলেজ আমাৰ তোমাৰ 2 তাৰিখৰ পৰা আমাৰ টিচাৰ্ছখিনিক মাতিছে তোমাৰ